Hey YouTube, this is Dan Clark from Autism Trucking LLC. Today we are actually going to be playing American Truck Simulator 144. Yes, the 145 beta is out, but I'm actually like to play 144. I don't like doing betas. I'm going to wait till the 145 updates, and then I'm going to update all my maps and all that. So let's get started. Today we are actually going to be doing um, a map from we are actually going to be doing a job from Denver, Colorado to Key West. We are actually going to be delivering adaptive autism clothing, 12 tons of it, from rail transport to Publix Market. That's actually a real company mod that is part of Coast to Coast Special Edition, I believe it is. So it's going to take us about 2,089 miles and about it's going to take a while to get there, a 35-hour trip, so it'll be a couple in-game days to do that. So this is a route from, we're actually going to go down I-70. We're actually going to keep going down I-70, go through southern Illinois into Kentucky, then through Tennessee, sideswipe Alabama, come back into Tennessee, go into Georgia, and then go down into Florida, take the Florida Turnpike, and then all the way down US 1 to Key West. So, not to mention, I actually have a couple of mods. I have the Reforma mod, which includes Mexico and Southern California, as well as Sierra Nevada, and then I also have Coast to Coast, which is all this area up here, and then I have the Montana expansion, which is which adds Montana. Montana DLC is going to be coming out, so it will replace this, which will probably be much better than the Montana expansion. To be honest with you, I can't wait for the Montana DLC to come out. Hopefully, it's not too long. And then I have Midwest expansion, which actually makes some of the coast-to-coast cities in the Midwest much bigger. And then a recent addition is adding Detroit and more recently Port Huron. There was an actual issue when I first downloaded the Midwest expansion, as there was some game crashes and stuff like that. But that was on actually Midwest Joyce Meister's side for he fixed it. There was a problem with a file with Discover Ontario and Canada Dream map, which I don't use Canada Dream anyway, so Canada Dream's not compatible with the Midwest expansion, so I don't use Canada Dream anyway. And then we have New York. I'm actually I live just north of Albany, but that's where I live. I used to live down in this area, right, Newburgh, I believe it is. Newburgh, it's not on the map, but that's why I live right where this pinpoint is. And then you have Maine. This area, I can't. Hopefully, they will add some more stuff to this area because it's very barren, very very poorly made. They're starting to add this stuff. As you can see, there's probably a little bit of. See, they need to replace those highway markers because this is a copy and paste of Idaho or Twin Falls, but they're actually hopefully Homburg is actually going to fix this and put the correct highway markers and stuff. And then you have I-70 that goes through Frederick. This is where I-70 pretty much ends, is right around Baltimore. That would be cool if they had I-97 for Annapolis, that goes from Annapolis to Baltimore. You have Washington, D.C., which actually has a beltway in real life. Then you have, there's also Project Mid-Atlantic, but I don't have that because I heard there's been some bugs and parts of the map is broken. There's broken roads on the map, so it's inaccessible. And then down here, as part of the special edition or the development part, is Key West, a rebuild of Key West from the original Coast to Coast Key West. it actually adds a little bit more, some more towns on the Florida Keys, and it also rebuilds Miami and the intersections with the Florida Turnpike at 995. Um, I actually this part of the map was actually taken from the Caribbean map, which I did use at one time, but I didn't really like it. I didn't like the fact how the intersections on the map would show up like as just like you don't actually see the ramps and interchanges. It's like because you have such a big map mod, you have to add a file, to keep the game from crashing. So instead of doing that, I just decided to just go with the lower 48. The lower 48, and then you have and Mexico, of course, and then up here you actually have ProMods Canada, 1.2.1 ProMods team, courtesy of the ProMods team. You have Route 99 that goes all the way up to western British Columbia. You have the Trans-Canada 1 highway. You also have 97, which actually becomes US 97 in the US. You go through Osceola, Penton, Kelowna, Vernon, Salmon Arm, Kamloops. I actually went by, but I'd never actually been into the city of Kamloops. But I've been up here, Lillooet, and I haven't been here yet because yeah, I only tested this. I sometimes use a car mod to test the map. So testing the map with a car mod, I actually just drive down these roads just to test it. Um, I did get a new computer so that you could see it. I have a better frame rate. Now I can stream videos and stuff. And then you have Texas on here. Can't wait for the Texas DLC to come out. Texas is very barren. You know what's the crazy part is El Paso is on the map, but there's nothing there in El Paso. It's just a straight I-10 road that just goes through, and this is all boring and barren. Can't wait for the Texas DLC to come out too. I think they're planning. SCS is planning on Montana coming out first, and then Texas, because Texas is a awfully big map. So hopefully Montana. I can't wait for Montana and Texas to come out. So I'm actually here at the depot, as you can see. I'm at the depot. I left my company and I drove down to the depot. I was going to try to get a video of that, but somehow there was a problem with the recorder, so I had to. I just decided, I'm just going to drive to the depot and then do the pick up the job, and then from there we're gonna. So let's get going. So my truck, I'm actually using the telemetry on a tablet for gauges as well. In addition to the gauges on my game in the game, I'm also using Android tablet. I'm using Sim Dashboard that wirelessly connects to the computer so that it gives you all your information on your tablet. So I am actually this truck is actually a Kenworth W900 Day Cab. Day Cab. What the heck's going on? The truck's moving. Oh my god! It looks like someone's. It looks like someone's doing something in the truck, but the truck's moving. Someone must be doing something inappropriate in the truck. So I don't know. Somebody might be doing what in the truck. I don't know why it's a day cab. Wouldn't somebody just see what the person's doing by just walking up to it? But anyway, they're doing something. I don't know why the truck. Maybe it may be a glitch or something. But let's get started. Like I said, we have a train coming, so let's start the engine. That's a loud engine. There is a horn. Let's put the truck in gear. Release the parking brake. And we are off. I'm actually going to use the
You
exterior
have reached
camera.
your destination.
Yeah, never mind about that. I know I've already reached my destination. I have to back up because I made it too wide. So we are actually here. So let's go to our cargo market and take the job. Adaptive autism clothing. It's clothing for it's and yes, I'm actually using. I actually created a cargo mod that adds new things like, as you see, my cargo's actually use my trailer as my icon for the cargo on the so you'll actually know if it's a mod or not. I didn't make my own icons for the cargoes like pictures of yeah, I have KY jelly on here, but antipsychotic medication, adaptive autism clothing, loves diapers, playing cards, bicycles. Those are all my cargoes that I created for American Truck Simulator. I'm actually going to be doing the adaptive autism clothing, which I just mentioned. Um, I'm going to transport it. We're going out of rail export and then transporting it. We're driving to Publix in Key West. We're going to drop it off at Publix. And this is an important delivery. I guess there's children with autism that need adaptive clothing in Key West. So we're going to do this. So now we are going to find where we got to park. So I am actually going to. I am actually going to. I am not going to make that. So I got to back up a little bit. I got to turn out wide a little bit. Turn it wide. Nope. Oh boy. So I have to back up all the way. So I'm gonna back up. Let me back away from here. And then I'm gonna try to make this wide. Oh, I just... Come on. This is barely pushing it through. Come on, Mr. Truck. We are actually going to... I don't have an in-cab view on right now because I'm in the depot. And I want to, I just find it easier to see to use in-cab, the outside camera to back in the truck because it's just easier. And plus, these W900s are hard to maneuver into the park. They have a very wide turning radius. So, I'm actually going to back up. I'm actually going to back up towards these yellow lines. So, I'm actually going to go forward. I'm going to go forward and I'm gonna make sure this is good. So I'm gonna turn the wheel left. Turn my wheel left, and yes, I'm using a Logitech G29 for my a Logitech G29 for my wheel. I actually got this with my oh, I gotta. So I'm actually gonna. I kind of screwed up here a little bit. I forgot that stupid. So I'm actually going to... What the heck? I'm not even hitting nothing. Oh, there must be an invisible wall there. Dang it. Uh... I'm not doing this. I'm not being newbie and being a noob mod, which a noob is a person that's too lazy to play the game, so they speed the rush to their destination. So we're gonna try to do this safely, so that we can get our cargo to the We're gonna try to do this safely, so we can get our cargo there without any damage. We don't want the kids to have ripped clothing because the boxes of the clothing was damaged in the truck during shipping. So I wouldn't want to wear holy clothing. And then people at Publix who buy the clothes for their children with autism will be like, uh, why does my child have clothes that with holes in it? That's because it was not shipped properly. So we got to drive safe, and I don't know if I don't know if it's gonna let me park here. Park this way. So I'm actually gonna move. I'm gonna adjust. I'm gonna adjust because I want to do this perfect. So I'm gonna move out of here. Keep in mind, I gotta get this right. So we're gonna turn the wheel. So we're actually gonna turn the wheel left, and then turn it to the right. Turn the truck off. My truck's in neutral. Now I can put my in-cab camera on. And now we are gonna load. They're just loading the cargo on. And here we go. We are ready to go. Release the parking brake. Keep my foot on the gas brake. Make sure it's not gonna roll out. And here we go. We are off on a. We are off on a southern run. We are off on a Midwest run. I'm only joking. We're off on a southern run, on a south run, on a Florida run. And I screwed up, I think. I think I went out the wrong way. I was supposed to go out that way. So we are actually going to have to... We're going to have to turn around. Make sure we're maneuvering around this parking lot. Take it slow through here because I don't want to... I have my traffic fines shut off for this. Okay, where do I go to get out of here? I have my fine shut off and I have my fatigue simulation shut off. So I do not have to I have my fatigue simulation and my beating traffic fines shut off. I don't like to use them. I think they just use up money. Even though I have $750 million in my wallet or my bank account. So we go over there, okay. So we are actually heading out of here. And this trip is going to take 35 hours and 21 minutes. But I actually have information on my telemetry tablet that says in real time that it's going to take an hour and 46 minutes. So the video will be at least that long, give or take, depending on how fast we drive, depending on traffic. It all depends. So we are actually going to, let's just wait for the gate to clear. So let's okay, just gotta press use okay, and we're clear to go. And we are actually gonna go straight at the stop sign. So we are actually going straight at the stop sign. We just gotta wait for these cars. And I have a feeling they are going to snow up this intersection. Okay. No, come on. Really? They had to... Okay, at least... At least that Kia was gonna let me go, but at least the van decided he was gonna let me go, so the van let me go. So we are actually going to get on I-70. Well, let me go to the map to show you where we're gonna go. We're actually going to head east on I-70. We're gonna go past Burlington, Colorado, and then we're gonna enter into Kansas. Go past Colby, past K-25. Go past the US 83 at Oakley. We're gonna pass 283 at Waukegan, and then we're gonna keep going east to Salina, Kansas. As you can see, Salina, Kansas is actually has a KF. That's because there's a Salina in Utah. So that the file will think it's Salina, Utah, when really it's Kansas. That's why they did that. We're gonna go past the 135 and 81, past Salina, Kansas, and then we're gonna go just south of Manhattan, and then go past the capital Kansas, Topeka. Then we're going to go through Lawrence, Kansas City, and we're going to take the I-70 all the way to St. Louis, where we will actually be getting on the I-64 East, heading around to the south of St. Louis. Then we're going to get off at Mount Vernon and take I-57 south through Carbondale, Paducah, Kentucky. Then we're going to go through Hopkinsville on the I-24. And then we're going to continue on 24 until we get through Nashville. I will actually we're going to go through this little mountainous, this must be a mountain here past Montego. Then we're going to go through a little past Georgia at the I-59, and then we're going to, no, that's through Alabama, and then a little through Georgia, then back into Tennessee and take the I-24, and then we're going to take 75 south, go around Atlanta on 285, and then come back to 75. 75 through Atlanta is not in the game, which I don't understand. Probably because of scaling. There's limited scaling. It's a 120 scale, so 120 scale, you can't really put all of Atlanta. So even I-20 is not only this little area is in Atlanta, part of the game. And then 285, and then back to 75. We're going to take the 475 as a cutover to bypass the city of Macon, and then take 75 again. Come down to Valdosta, then down to Lake City, and then Gainesville, Ocala, and then we're going to get on the Florida's Turnpike and go past Orlando, and then take the Florida Turnpike back to Yeehawk Junction, Jupiter. Actually, the Florida Turnpike actually parallels I-95 for a little bit before going past Boca Raton and then ending right south of Fort Lauderdale. Then we go through Miami, and then we finally go through the US 1 onto the Florida Keys, continue along the Keys until we get down to Key West, where we will end our trip in Publix, at the Publix market. There's also some other mods businesses, companies that were added that are company mods that, like, you have the Salvation Army, you have, so this is kind of a realistic like Key West. They could have probably did a 1-to-1 scale on just Key West, because since it's not really on a on land, since this probably is key. They could have did and went a little bit further if they wanted to. And that's it. And then after that, we might even, I might even just show you. We might even modify this route a little bit. Let's see if we can. Let's see what we can do. So we don't. So but actually, we're going to just keep the route the way it is. But we are actually so that trip is 2,088 miles, 35 hours and 20 minutes. We do have detours on, so we might have to uh, change our route depending on if there's detours. Uh, the last video I did, it was a silent trucking video that I did. There was no commentary, but uh, we had a detour in my last video. I had a detour when I went from Denver to Nogales in Arizona on the former rebuilt. Um, and they had me go through Colorado Springs and then come back to get back on I-25 on the on ramp, which was the dumbest detour I ever taken. So, further ado, let's get started. So we are actually going. So we are actually going to go left. So we are going that way. I don't think the train's that way, so we're good. So right now nope, the train's
Keep
not.
right. Then take the exit right.
I think those are exempt tracks. So we're actually going to be getting on I-70 eastbound.
Take the exit right.
So I think this is it right here. So I-70 east. Speed limit's 55s. And yes, I'm driving automatic. So for those that you want to know that what kind of transmission I'm driving automatic at the moment. I do drive manually when I play, but most of the time it's automatic. So we are actually in a construction zone, and my lane's going to end. So I gotta get over. Let's AI get over. AI pass me. And yes, I'm actually using high graphics. I'm not using ultra. I'm using high graphics. Ultra I can run on this computer, but I like high. High's better. Ultra's not really necessary unless you have a $90,000 computer, which I'm not. I would never pay that much for a computer. Actually, never. So we are cruising along at 65 miles an hour. We're coming past the Denver International Airport on I-70. One of the things that I like about American Truck Simulator is I like the realism. I like how you can have real graphics and stuff like that. They also have actual speed limits, unlike other games, you have to, like, I remember 18-wheeler from Sega Dreamcast. You had to race to get to your destination within the time limit, which I didn't really consider a simulator. That was more like an arcade game, to be honest with you. And most driving games don't have speed limits. You just drive as fast as you want, or you follow the flow of traffic, I guess, if you want to drive normal. But this game actually has realistic speed limits. I played 18 Wheels of Steel Hauling, but the thing was, 18 Wheels of Steel Hauling, they had speed limits, but their speed limits were very, like, they only had, I've actually looked at the game files for that when I played that game, and they were basically the roads where you go 35 in cities, on two-lane roads, and then 45 on two-lane roads outside the city, and then in the city on highways you go 45, and on the highways outside the city it's 65. That's how 18 wheelers still hauling had their speed limit set up. So they didn't have realistic speed limits. And first of all, all the states in the U.S. have a speed limit higher than 65 miles an hour. I think New York and Massachusetts and New Jersey, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and I think Vermont are the only states that have a speed limit at 65. Every other state has a speed limit higher than 65. The only exception is Hawaii. Hawaii only has a speed limit of 60 on highways. So you can't really... Hawaii is the only speed limit that's not 65 miles an hour, that's less than 65. But we're going a little slow because this Nissan in front of us is actually holding us up, so... And I don't want to try to pass because there's a car in my left lane. So this Nissan is going a little... And he brake checks me. He brake checks me. So I'm actually going to get in the left lane. We're actually going to pass... No. I'm actually I should get back over because there's a way station up ahead and I don't know if it's going to give me the bypass or not. And it did give me the bypass. Good. It gave me the bypass. So we're going to actually slow down so let this Jaguar over. And it's just sitting there. I don't get why the AI do that. Just all of a sudden just change lanes like that. Especially when there's detours, the AI actually change. Like if there's a road closure of a highway, the AI will actually change lanes suddenly, just so they can take the exit, and they will actually cut you off when you're already over to the right lane. They cut you off. So we have a truck that's really can't see the lines on this road. I don't get why they have these white gray pavement. I don't understand why they have this. You really can't see the line, especially on a sunny day like today. We are actually going past Kit Carson.
Keep left.
Kit Carson. I never heard of that. It's part of Colorado. We haven't left Colorado yet. We're on a Florida run. Heading on a Florida run. So we're getting up to 75 miles an hour. We're heading east on I-70. We're heading 75 miles an hour. Okay. I don't understand this, but... Okay, what is this? Oh. Okay. Oh, accident. 3-car accident. That's what that was. It was a 3-car accident. A Chevy truck or a GMC truck actually hit a old Oldsmobile in the rear and actually drove right over the Oldsmobile, which was crazy. Well, that was a weird accident. Sometimes AI does that. They will get in accidents. The only thing I do not like, the only thing that I wish American Truck Simulator had compared to 18 Wheels of Steel is the ability to send a message to other truck drivers. But I guess you could do that with the multiplier or the convoy. So there wouldn't be any point in having in single player. There wouldn't be any point. So we're coming along, chugging along at I-70 at 75 miles an hour. We're passing we're passing a lot of stuff here. Just Colorado farmland. If you're wondering what the number is on the top left of my screen, that's my frame rate that I play my game, that my game's running at. You don't have to worry about that. We actually have, so far we've driven 152 miles since this trip. So we're actually going east on I-70 right now. We are actually passing exit 437 Burlington. We are actually passing Burlington. I think we're passing 385. I'm actually gonna use my engine brake to slow down a little bit because there's a truck in front of us, and I really don't want to pack if there's a lot of vehicles passing on the left. Sometimes you get in the left lane and you have vehicles passing on the right, which I'm actually doing right now because these vehicles in the left lane are actually driving slower than I am. They're hogging the left lane, and there's actually signs that say keep right except the pass. And I'm actually keeping right except the pass. And this truck in front of me is actually slowing down, which we're actually going to be held up here because we're going to be stuck behind this truck. So we have Lowe's, and yeah, these are I'm using Jazzycat's traffic mods. I'm using all of his traffic mods. I have the motorcycle mod, but I really don't like the motorcycle mod because the motorcycle mod, the game wasn't really meant for motorcycles to be an AI. I wish SCS would implement them and allow the motorcycle's behavior to work a little differently. But we're actually on barren. Ground right now. We're going a little slow, and I think it's because of this. I think we have construction here. So we have construction, and I think it involves the left lane. So we're actually gonna slow down, even though the speed limit for the construction zone is 55 miles an hour. I don't see, because you have, I see the AI just suddenly move over. There's no gradual move over. They just suddenly move over. You move over too quickly. And end road work, and we are back up to 75 miles an hour. I actually have my CB radio. That's a mod also. I'm using Syshol's Mega Pack for the cabin accessories, DLC, and I'm also using GTA 5 AI Traffic as well. As you can see, one of the trucks from GTA 5's in traffic as well. I think that truck is actually like a Dodge Ram. I think that's what it's supposed to be, as a Dodge Ram. And we are actually, I just realized we are actually in Kansas. I wasn't really paying attention. I'm paying attention to the road, but sometimes I'm not paying attention to where we are. And sometimes when you're having fun, it just, I guess we're going. That's the only downside is with coast to coast. It's not really. It doesn't have. It's missing grass. All it has is grass temperatures, and no actual grass or vegetation. So I think they're working on it. There are trees though. I-70. here is the California roads that are California style road templates that they use for the roads. This is a California road asset from the California from. This is one of the original road looks for American trucks, even when they first came out in 2016. I really don't like them. They're very unrealistic. The shoulders are much wider, too wide, and we are actually going past Colby. We think there's a truck up there, okay? There's a truck up there that's hogging, and then I don't understand why that Toyota Highlander just went in the right lane, and the Kia did too, right? They pulled right behind the truck when they could have just passed the truck that was to the right. I don't understand why they did that. Right now it is 6:10 p.m. We should be taking a stop shortly. We're going to take a stop shortly. I don't know where we're going to stop. I think we might drive until 9 p.m. In the game, and then we're going to I'm actually going to do a stop. Get through Kansas first, because Kansas doesn't really have anything. Especially right here, there's like really no services to get anything. Like if I wanted to, on this road, that looks like a very low bridge. We are chugging along at 75 miles an hour. I'm gonna actually get in the right lane so that other vehicles can pass. I'm driving a Kenworth W900. It's a really good truck. This is my favorite truck. Unfortunately, it's a day cab because they're easily to maneuver compared to the sleepers. The sleepers are very hard to maneuver when you're backing into a depot. We are coming up on Makini, and I don't know if there's anywhere to stop. There's a synthesis truck. There's not really not really anywhere to stop. So Wakini discovered. There are some billboards. I just seen that there's a place where we could stop and grab something to drink. Well, not really. You can't. That'd be cool if you could do that. Buy some food at truck stops and stuff. That would be cool if SCS implemented that someday in an update, where you could actually buy food or grab a bite to eat. Okay, why isn't this? There we go. So I'm actually going to stop, set the parking brake, and take a rest. So now we're gonna vest, and it is 5:07 in the morning. So time to get up. It's very quiet here at the truck stop, just east of Waukene. As you can see, there's like barely any trucks. I think this is, and yeah, this is the original SCS truck stops that were implemented on the California map when SCS released California and Nevada when it was released in 2016. And yeah, so right now we're actually going to do some night driving, early morning driving. So we're actually going to get a rig started. Um, and then we're gonna go in reverse because we gotta back up. Okay. I am good on gas, so we're good on gas. We're gonna. Okay, I don't know why this truck is like stopping. Good time to test my horn. Yeah, he thinks there's a stop sign. This truck thinks there's a stop sign here. It's not a stop sign. It's a yield. It's not a stop sign. I mean, and there's not that much traffic on the road here. This is just a rest area. After this truck, I think you should be good. Let's check for traffic. Okay, we're good. We are good. Oh, I got a new turn signal switch, and I'm still not used to the turn signal switch because I'm so used to using a game controller as a turn signal switch, and you have to hit it left again to turn it off. This one you just hit it up and you put the turn signal down and turn left, and then put the signal back off to for it to turn or cancel. The only thing I do not like about the turn signal switch that I have is it doesn't have it to where it will automatically cancel. So you have to manually cancel. You have to disable the you have to have the turn signal on your truck in American Truck Simulator and ETS2, so that you have to manually turn them off every time you use your turn signal. It will not. I have it so that it won't turn off, so that you have to manually do it so that it's in the right position for the turn signal stock. So we are actually starting our morning in Great Bend in Osborne, Kansas, and we have another 1,743 miles to go. I may consider putting. I'm gonna actually put my cruise control on, and you can see that the retarder actually slowed me down a little bit because I was actually going slower, faster than the So here we go. We are actually going. We're actually going to be slowing down just below the cruising speed. So I am actually going to get into the left lane and pass these vehicles. We have a truck on my right. We're passing the K14 in Kansas. Oh, I don't understand why that sign was there. That's the thing about coast to coast is there's a lot of sign bugs. You have a floating 75-mile-an-hour sign, but the game is still playable. With this map, it's still playable for the most part. Okay, we have two trucks blocking the road, slowing us down. And we have U.S. Postal Service doing deliveries. He's probably transporting some mail. Come on, Mr. Truck. I'm struggling to get to 70. As you can see, I'm actually going slower. We are coming into Kansas at 135. We're passing Salinas, Kansas. On I-70 and US 40 East. Oh, goodness. What the... That AI just pulled it behind the truck when he could have just stayed to the right when past him. And now he's slowing this truck is slowing everybody down in the left lane. And now he suddenly wants to... Now he holds everybody up. And now all of a sudden now it's this truck in front of us. Past Manhattan. Oh, goodness. Wow, this is... I think that's a fuel tanker now that's blocking us. This fuel tanker is now blocking us. So we're going 10 under the speed limit, which is understandable. He's driving a truck. I guess he's trying to save fuel, which is a good idea. Save fuel. Can't blow the horn because that you can't just blow the horn because someone's going slower because that's probably the fastest he can go. It's like we are at a steady 60 to 65 miles an hour. And I'm not going to be a noober. A noober. A noober. A noober is a person that... A noober is a person that's too lazy to play the game, so they speed just to get their job on ATS2 done. Or ATS done so that they can... because they don't want to do the full job, so what they'll do is they'll speed to their job so that they can get a better bonus. That ain't how you play American Truck Simulator. That's not how you play it. We are coming past Topeka, and I don't know if this is really what Topeka looks like in real life. I don't know what Topeka, Kansas looks like. Topeka and I-70. We are coming to I-335. And we are finally getting up to 75 miles an hour. If we could try to, this fuel tanker in the distance can't decide which lane to stay in. He can't make up his mind. Now he does it again. What is he trying to do? What is he doing? Is he confused? So we're actually going to stay back a little bit so that if he brake checks us, we don't hit into the back of him. Past US 59 in Lawrence. 8:43 in the morning. Maybe this guy didn't have his breakfast yet. Okay, we're struggling to get up this grade. Incline. I don't understand why the diamond interchanges and coast to coast have an incline. So we are actually going at 75 miles an hour finally. And I don't understand why he's going, probably he has a speed limiter on his truck, I don't know. As long as he's on my way, he can't make up his mind where he wants to go. We're coming past Kansas City. We're 7 miles, and we're down to 60. That's probably because we're in Kansas City.
Go straight.
49 and 35.
Keep left.
So we must have been beyond 70 and 35 because I didn't see signs for 35 back there. So
Keep left.
we must be coming. We must be taking. So we're 6 miles from I-29.
Keep left.
Kansas City and St. Joseph. We're down to 60 because that's what the speed limit is through here. So far, no detours, so we are actually doing good, and we are actually we have about we're gonna drive to 9 p.m. probably. So we're gonna take a 12-hour ride for this before we do a rest stop. So motorcycles. I don't like motorcycles. I just don't like the sound of motorcycles, and I don't know why they rev them when they get them before they move their motorcycle. I do not like the sound that motorcycles make. They're too loud. Motorcycles are too loud. Fireworks are too loud. I just don't like motorcycles. I don't think they need to sit there and go vroom, vroom, vroom before they move the motorcycle. They don't need to do that. That's called showing off. We don't do that with our cars when we're driving away. Before we drive away, I don't. If I drove and I've got myself a Kia Sedona minivan, you think I'm gonna rev my Kia Sedona before I drive away with it like a motorcycle? No, we don't need. You don't need to rev your motorcycle to pull away. I don't understand why people do it. Motorcyclists do it. I think it's you're just revving your engine, and not only that, it's not. The neighbors don't like it. Cops don't like it. People on the autism spectrum don't like it. I don't mind. I do like motorcycles. I just don't like the sound of them. Just like fireworks, I don't mind. I like to watch fireworks on TV, but I don't like the sound of fireworks. I don't like the sound of them. And I think we are coming past, I believe it's Marshall, Missouri. And I can't believe we're still at 60 miles an hour on this road. Oh boy.
Go straight.
I don't get why the GPS tells me to go straight when I know. It should only tell me is if I have to turn. It should not tell me to just go straight. The only time the GPS usually tells you to turn or tells you to go straight is if the road name changes. Now we're getting down below 60 miles an hour. We are actually, okay, finally we're getting up to there. We're trying to get up there, but this truck in front of us, looks like there's going to be a delivery delay. Let's see what we have. We have till Monday in game to get there, so between 10:39 and 2:49 p.m. So we have to be there by 2 o'clock on Monday, 2:49 on Monday. 2:49 on Monday, and it's Friday now at 10:48. So we have 75 hours to go. So we're actually gonna be able to make it. So we're gonna be able to make it to Key West. Oh, now we're actually up to 70, so we can go 70 now. I think that's the speed limit here in Missouri. Okay, this car, he's driving it's an old-fashioned car, so he's driving a muscle car, so he's driving a little slow, which I'm surprised because he's driving a muscle car, so he should be able to go faster. And then I have Team Rooter to my left. I never heard of that company. I'm actually going to back off before he brake checks me. Columbia, Missouri.
Go straight.
So we have 600 miles left on gas. So I might actually stop and put some gas in at the next available stop. So I might do that at the next stop. We're not gonna nap, but we're not gonna rest, but I'm actually going to do a gas stop because I actually have just under half a tank, and it's actually better. And a lot of people do. I know people that actually,
Go straight.
once they get below a half a tank, they put gas in their car. They always keep their gas tank full, half full, at least half full. I know people that do not like to have less than half a tank of gas in their vehicle. A lot of places, they usually fill their tanks if they're half empty. If they have a half a tank, they fill it. I know people that have a half a tank and they stop and get gas. Okay, I don't understand what that truck just did. Okay, now that car did it too. The car in front of me did it too. Traffic on I-70 must be crazy. Man, I wish I could just have someone drive my truck for me. A truck simulator. And I'm not even gonna bother passing this truck because he's in the left lanes, he's in the right lane, and there's a truck to my left, so they have me boxed in here. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try it. Cars on traffic on I-70 is congested. Which I'm surprised because I-70 mostly goes through rural area. I think that's AMC. if I'm not mistaken. And that is a Cadillac Eldorado. There's a Porsche Cayenne S.
Keep right, then go straight. Go straight.
And we are actually exiting here and don't know what road this is because there's no signs. Homburg hasn't put anything on here for on this part of the map. It's very... So we're actually going to signal our intention to exit the road. This lane exits, so I'm actually getting over one.
Go straight.
I haven't seen a rest stop yet, so... Now it's 65 on this road, so...
Keep left, then go straight. Go straight.
St. Louis, I don't understand why. I am in St. Louis, Missouri. I am getting a 6 miles to the gallon.
Keep left, then go straight. Go straight.
And this, I think this exit, this interchange is actually a Euro Truck Simulator 2 asset that Coast to Coast Map used. I think there's a gas station.
Go straight.
Yes. Okay, let's look at the map. There is, I'm I'm not even gonna chance it. So I'm actually going to take the exit here. I'm going to exit here.
Keep right, then take the exit right. Take the exit right, then turn right. Turn right. Keep left, then turn left. Turn left. Right turn ahead. Turn right.
What the heck? $30 mph through here, so we have to slow down.
Go straight.
So we are actually going to drive past. What the heck? Holy. There must. What was. I don't even know why my truck did that. Okay. For some reason. I guess there's an invisible wall there. I am actually going to try the. See if I can get through to the other one.
Turn right.
Put the truck in neutral. Okay, shut the engine off. Fill up my gas tank, and it's only $2.14 a gallon. You know, in American truck when American Truck Simulator updated the 144 update, they actually upped the gas prices to match the ones in real life. But Coast to Coast never, the Coast to Coast team never updated their gas prices, so it's still $2.14 a gallon, which is I'm not complaining. That's cheap. And then we're off. We're off. I'm actually gonna go left. And then right.
Go straight.
What the heck? I think that's a bug too. So yeah, I don't. Somehow, Coast to Coast map is. Oh, it's not even connected.
Go straight. Keep right. Then turn right.
Back on the interstate. Back on interstate.
Turn right.
64. Here we are. I-64.
Go straight.
Really? That truck is going unnecessarily slow. I tell you, I-70 and I-64 are very congested. I am also using a traffic deficiency pack, but
Then take the exit right.
effing ham.
Take the exit right.
So we are on I-57 now. And here we go, another detour.
Go straight.
And we are, so now we gotta find another route. So we're actually gonna have to go I-69. So we have to take a detour, so we are actually going to drive through the Mount Vernon area, then we're going to actually go back to I-64 and take, we're actually going to take I-69 down towards Hopkinsville and pick up the 24 that way. Pick up I-24 that way. We're going to take I-69 to 169 and then take I-24 that way through Nashville. So we had a little bit of, we have to take a detour. So we are actually confident, and that truck just ran a red light, and he can't go because the truck right there is backed up at the intersection, blocking the intersection. night transportation. He couldn't just go in the right lane, really. The AI is so. Sometimes it's so dumb, it's not even funny. There's my company. That's my trucking company skin. Finally, he moves. He, he goes. I'm actually going to get in the right lane because. What in the heck? Oh, I guess he's blocking off the left lane so that they can't go onto the highway. You know, I could even went to this gas station right here. So we're gonna have a delay in our delivery time. We were supposed to get that we're right now it says Saturday at 12:03 that we're gonna be there, but there's gonna be a delay with our delivery time. So
keep left, then turn left.
and the speed limit's 65. I don't believe it's
Turn
65.
left.
Wow, these cars are. Oh, come on. See, like, me, I'm okay because I was ready to make a left turn there. So, if the light changes to red, I have the right of way because I was entering the intersection on a green light. So, I would have, I wouldn't have gotten the ticket because the light was green when I started making the turn. Oh my God. Really, that Chevy's gonna pull up on my right.
Then turn right.
And here we go, back on I-64.
Turn right.
And your brakes. I just want to show you. That's a real nice sound. It hasn't rained during our trip at all, too, so we haven't actually have any rain. So let's. Oh, I had no choice. I was gonna either pull out or I was never gonna get up the hill. I was on a hill, so I had to pull out in front of him. I had no choice. But my favorite thing I like to have my graphics on high settings possible. On my old computer, wasn't able to have this, be able to do that, so I couldn't. So I had to have mine on low settings, and my frame rate was very low. I was getting like 30 frames a second. And there was a Vapid Dominator from GTA 5. It looks almost like a Ford Mustang. And look at the weird engine sounds. GTA 5 TrafficManiac has their own engine sounds. So we are heading to Florida. We're going to have to take our stop. It is 1:47 in the afternoon. I'm actually going to back off a little bit. So
go straight.
Key West, Florida. Here we come. And we are actually entering Indiana. We are leaving Illinois. You're Illinois. You're Illinoisan. Illinoisan. We are coming up at our first place on the in Indiana is US 41. I think we're actually getting off the next exit after this one. And yes, Indiana actually uses the Wyoming traffic lights. So I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know how Coast to Coast or Midwest Expansion was able to implement that traffic light looks, because I tried to do a map mod and I had to use
right. Then go
different
straight.
states to do it in order for it to work.
Go straight.
It's telling me to don't even pay attention to the GPS voice, because the GPS voice doesn't work 100%. It's still somewhat in beta, so it doesn't really work 100% of the time, because what happened is some of these prefabs are out, especially that one that we just drove over, actually is from Euro Truck Simulator 2, so it doesn't really, it's giving the wrong instructions. So we are going down 69 South now, heading towards Hopkinsville. And I'm actually going to put my cruise control on for a little bit. So let me just slow my truck down. And then set my cruise control to 65. One of one of the other games I like to play too, there's this new simulator called City Car Driving. Look, missing terrains here. So this must be a work in progress. Now we're entering Kentucky.
Go straight.
And these are the pre-DLC assets in this area. So this is a California ramp that was a pre-rebuilt ramp from for California rebuilding. So we're still at 65 here in Kentucky. heading south on 69. So we have 249 right now. My I don't know if this has a clock or not. I don't think so. No, I was going to make see if it had a clock. Unfortunately, the truck does not have a clock. This is a very old truck. I don't even think you can. Oh, you can. I have 174 miles of fuel. My speed is 65. Oh, it does have a clock. It's 5:06. Oh, that must be the we must be in Central Time. But I think my dashboard, my dashboard on my the dashboard on my tablet shows that it's in military time. So in military time it's 1,517 hours, whereas in regular time 12-hour time clock it's showing 3:20 on my tablet, but on the truck it's showing 5:22. So I must be 2 hours ahead time difference from what the clock in on my telemetry tablet is showing. And we are actually entering Hopkinsville. Whoops. Oh, we got a down tree right here.
Go straight.
There was a down tree right there, so. And yes, I have all DLCs in my there was also all DLCs in my for my simulator. I have all the DLCs you can get. I can't wait for Montana to come out. I'm definitely hyped on Montana. I'm definitely excited for Montana. I can't wait for it to come out. I can't wait for the Texas one to come out either. Oh, exit left ahead. I'm. How do you exit left ahead? I'm entering a highway. Dingbat. See what I mean with these interchanges? The GPS system reads it wrong. Okay, let this. Nissan Pathfinder pull onto the road. So we are actually, I think we're on I-24 now. I forgot, we were actually on I-69 and then we went on I-169, but I wasn't really paying attention because there was really no signs for the roads, for that road, because coast to coast there's not really complete road signs in most parts. I think it's a work in progress. We're coming towards Clarksville. We're coming past Clarksville. This area is actually more detailed than the south is actually more detailed as far as mapping goes. For it's just as detailed as, say, the main states of SCS. This is American Truck Simulator, but the thing is, coast to coast, most of it is copy and pasted. Oh boy, there's a good thing I moved over when I did. It's all copy and pasted for coast to coast. Reforma, as far as Reforma and ProMods Canada goes, they actually do not copy and paste. All of their stuff is their own work. It's actually it's not copy and pasted. But some of coast to coast is not copy and pasted either. But some of it is, some of it isn't. But I wish coast to coast would make it more realistic. But I guess because DLCs, they're coming out with DLCs for those states eventually, so I guess that's okay with coast to coast. But we're coming up on the 155 Beltway around Nashville. We're coming up on the northern end of it. 155 north, I think it is. No, 155. Yeah, 155 north. We're on I-24 again. I-24 is we're gonna come through some mountains and stuff too. So mountains is very interesting. At least this part of the coast to coast map is very detailed, even though it's a copy and paste map from the original DLC maps. I guess it's okay. We're heading towards Chattanooga, and then we're gonna go towards Atlanta, and then down into Florida. This would be the time to play some music, relax, play some music while you drive. But unfortunately, I cannot play music because otherwise YouTube will copyright my videos, so I cannot play music, unfortunately. But I don't understand how some people that have YouTube videos, they don't, unless they have special license you have to download.
Keep left.
I think that's how, I don't know how it works with the YouTube. But this is only my second video, so I don't know. Eventually, right now we're 6:16. I think I'm gonna try to make a stop in Montego so we can actually rest for the night. We're about 33 miles away. Maybe I might even try to continue into Chattanooga. Maybe I might just go to Chattanooga since it's more. Chattanooga probably has more of a place to stop than Montego, so I'm just gonna continue to Chattanooga instead. And I'm really happy. I like my new computer. I got a good deal on it. $60 for 12 months, and then it paid off. But I got a discount on it, so I actually had somebody help me get a third signal switch for my setup. I do have some game controllers, regular game controllers that I use for my setup too, so it's a budget setup. It's not like I don't really have the money to buy button boxes or anything like that. Like I have a cheap button box, but it's not meant for trucking, but I try to get as close to it as possible. So I have a feeling this is going to be a frame heavy area right here, and yes it is. We're coming down to 53 frames a second, so I think this is a very detailed part of the map. maybe hopefully we stay about 50. And truck inspection station. I don't think I have to stop. I was never given a bypass or a order to stop. It didn't signal me to stop. I didn't get a signal I didn't get a signal to stop or a bypass signal. So I guess it's just a but it's 55 for trucks and 65 for cars. This is a very but I'm actually getting up. My frame rate's going up higher, back up to 90. So I guess it was just that City Montego is very detailed. I don't know if I-24 is like this in real life. And here's a runaway truck ramp. That'd be cool if they actually worked. If they really did work, that would be cool if they really did work. But we're not even making it up to 55 because we have this big curve in the road, and this truck is straddling my lane because he has to turn wider. Another runaway truck ramp. Jesus, JC. There's another one, and I didn't think Tennessee, especially I-24 was like this. Even, especially being in Tennessee, I didn't think Tennessee was like this. Had big mountains like this. I know they had mountains, but not very like what you see in like Colorado and stuff. You would think you would have loops like that, like in Colorado, but no. You think you would have you would think you'd not have a road like that in Tennessee, but you do. We are actually going down. We're coming off the mountain, Tennessee. I think it's the Great Smoky Mountains. I think the Great Smoky Mountains in Tennessee. I've never been there, but I heard it's very nice to go there. I've never been to Tennessee, so I don't know. My dad's been to Tennessee. I would like to go to Tennessee. And we are getting rain it is 67 degrees and we have showers in the area. And we are going to Chattanooga. So we might move. And if you do recording, you do move straight when you're recording south. We're coming past 59 south, so we're going to go 624 east. So we have some rain. I think the wipers are different on this truck. I never had to drive a truck like this in the rain, so. Atlanta, but it is already 8:58, so I am just gonna go to I'm just gonna stop in Chattanooga. Sorry if I was driving slow, I just had to check something. My phone. As you can see, the drain quality is really good. So I'm actually going to get in the right lane. So it's okay, we're coming. Wow, this is really frame heavy right here.
Keep right, then turn right. Turn right. Keep right.
Wow, we're in a really frame heavy area. So I think we are going to...
Go straight.
I'm actually going to go left here. Oh! I don't think I was required. I didn't think I was required. I just ran that light. I didn't even think I had to stop there. So I thought that light was for the other road. So I didn't think I had to stop there because. Goodness, I think I made. Do not know my way around here.
Then turn right.
I think I was supposed. Hopefully.
Turn right.
Can't really see the lines on the road here. Okay, I am actually going to try to maneuver this truck in here.
Keep left. Then turn left.
So I'm actually gonna rest. So we're gonna rest here in Chattanooga. Okay, 6:37. We are now we're gonna back. Now we're gonna get ready to go. I'm actually gonna use my outside camera. So, okay, we are back on the road after a good night's rest. It is 6:47 in the morning.
Turn left.
Do I just go, or do I? I don't not know how this intersection works. It's like there's like a double intersection, but there's only traffic light on the other intersection.
Keep left.
So we are actually getting back on 64, going towards Knoxville. So that's going to the Kemp's factory. We are going. I don't know what river. I don't know if we're going over a river. So we are coming into. We're leaving Chattanooga and we're heading to Key West. It is 6:52. So. We're finally at I-75, so I-75 south, heading towards Atlanta. And we are heading into Georgia. There is a minivan. And I'm looking at my gas. It says I have 953 miles to empty, but I have 855 miles left in my trip. So I don't know if I'm going to have enough gas, but I don't know if I'm going to have enough gas to get there. I don't know. We'll have to play it by ear. I'm staying in the middle lane because in case a small little truck, but or in case this lane exits the road, so. Alabama.
Keep right, then turn right.
Oh, you know what it could be? It could be straddling the line. So we are actually going towards Greenville. Well, I think we're in Atlanta already.
Right.
285, we're heading on 285. 75 must be closed. 75 must be closed for, well, 75 and 85 actually run along the same road, so. There's I-20.
Keep left. Keep left.
Abernathy Parkway. Or in this ML King Jr. Drive. Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, which is nothing. It's just a ramp. There's no road. It's just a place to turn around. That's it. And then I-85. Columbus, Montgomery. This is the weirdest intersection because we're actually going around. So it's like a trumpet interchange, but there's 3 lanes to go. And we are heading down 285. And I think that's the Atlanta Airport, Hartsfield Jackson International Airport. Now we're going underneath the runway. That's pretty cool. We're actually going underneath the runway at the airport. And we have to stay in our lane because it's it's a solid white line. So we have to stay in our lane. And now we are going, I think this is 75, we are heading south.
Keep right.
So
then turn right.
I gotta let this truck to our right, it's a Volvo. Okay. Okay. Oh. Really, that was not...
Keep right.
Would it even let me get over? What is with traffic? Oh my god. This truck ride's pretty good. It's pretty cool. And now we are on 75, heading towards Macon, Georgia. We are doing 62 miles an hour. 751 miles left. We are leaving Atlanta as of 10:26. So the close, if you're tracking your package, Publix, your close is actually in. I had to get over. That was a sudden changeover. Bypassed I-75 south, okay? So this is, we could have took I-75 too, but this is like a bypass. This bypasses the city of Macon, so 475 bypasses Macon to the west. I think there's like one exit that you can get off on a side road. There's another GTA 5 car, the Cavalcade, which is similar to the Cadillac Escalade. It looks like an Escalade. Dodge Charger. You know what's crazy is the Jazzycat Traffic Packs has the same exact car. Their version has Dodge on it, but the SCS version doesn't have anything on it. So there's two different versions of the Dodge Charger with the Jazzycat Traffic Pack. Well, it's actually they're both the same year, but the only difference is one has the badging and the SES version does not. And then there's 2006 Dodge Charger. I just updated my Jazzycat Traffic Pack. I now have the Hyundai Elantra that's been added, and the I have version 13.4, which adds the Kia Sorento 2019 Kia Sorento, which I've never been in a Kia Sorento, but what they need to add is the Kia Sedona from 2019. They need to add that one. Because I ride in one every week. I ride in one to work every week. So we have to get over now. And now we are back on I-75. And now we are just going, now we are taking the... I'm actually gonna get over as soon as I can. Whoops. There must be a raised marker there. We are now on I-75 south. All traffic leaves right 2 lanes. Okay, what does that mean? Unless it means truck traffic, so I can't use the left lane. That means no trucks are allowed in the left lane. I have to stay in this lane to pass. So if there's a slower car in front of me, I can't use the left lane. I might have to pass on the right if I'm going to pass a slower car. Or just stay behind them. Because I can't. Oh, look at that. It's GMC Venduras. One of those that's a band. I remember watching the School of Rock, and that's what they use for the teachers. That's the teacher's van. He drives one of those vans, souped up vans to carry his band members around in, with chairs, with a couch in the back, so everybody can sit on it. Sometimes they put TVs in the back of them, even though it's a cargo van. I've driven in vans like that many times before in real life. I've driven in those high top conversion vans. That'd be cool if Jazzycat could have one of those, add high top conversion vans to his traffic packs. I think that would provide some realism too. Have some high top conversion vans. Or they should have a separate pack he should come out with a pack for limos. The high top conversion vans are really nice. I like how some of them have lighting inside them, special lighting effects inside them. But whoa, that was a bump there. We are coming Titan, Titan, or I don't know how to pronounce it, but historic Tifton. It's Tifton and Waycross. And there's a little mini truck stop. It's kind of crazy though. And then the funny part is when you know what's crazy? I haven't had to stop at a way station yet since I haven't stopped at a way station. I'm like, where's the way stations around here? There must not be any. We're at mile marker 55 on I-75 south in Georgia. I'm gonna slow down. I'm going a little over the speed limit. Oh, that guy just made a maneuver to change 2 lanes in a couple steps to the short distance, and then he gets back over. Oh boy, these people. Some of these people don't know how to drive. This AI don't know how to drive. Artificial intelligence. That's what I call artificial intelligence. That's what it stands for. Like when you're playing a game, like the old games used to, when you're playing against other racers in the game, you're playing against the computer. But now we call them AI. Back then, we used to call it playing against the computer. When you play a racing game, you'd be playing by yourself against the computer. Now we just call them. Now today we call them either non-player characters, non-player racers, or artificial intelligence. We don't. We used to just call it playing against the computer. But that's how everything's been like. That's how it is. We're actually coming by Valdosta. Oh, they have a nice mall there. Maybe we should stop and see what they have. I kind of like how the reflection detail is. You can actually see the road lines reflect off the windshield. Let me use my engine brake. And it is 1:35. Okay, we still got. I don't know if I'm gonna be. We may have to take another rest before we finish this trip. We are already in Florida, so. Tractor trailers, trucks, trailers use right lane. Okay. And we had first time we did not get a bypass. This is the first time we had to pull into the way station on this trip.
Keep left.
Oh. I have to blow the horn at these idiots. See how the AI is very, very dumb. And then they suddenly change lanes like that. So we are pulling into the way station. Oh, that is weird. Look, there's two 15-mile-an-hour signs. They must have forgot to remove one of the other one. They must have forgot to either remove it or they missed. Okay. Your vehicle is not in perfect technical state. Be more careful next time. Looks like we're gonna have to get some service done to this truck. I just bought this truck and we already have to have service done on it. So now here we go. One of the things I tried with this with the update of 144 for American Truck Simulator. I tried the there's been some work in progress abilities where you can actually put your truck have adaptive cruise control, but I tried it. It doesn't really work. You end up it doesn't. So I think it's in beta. So I eventually SCS is going to release it, but there's been some hidden features that people don't know about. You can probably type in hidden features in American Truck Simulator 144, and you can probably find the video that explains all the hidden features in it. Like the adaptive cruise control. I heard 145 has automatic wiper sensors for your windshield wipers, so they will automatically adjust the speed of them based on how heavy the rain is. So that's pretty cool. Can't wait to try that. Like I said, I don't play beta versions of the updates because I'm using map mods and I don't want to break my mods. I just started, especially how 144 update was very short, and I just installed all these mods. I don't want to have to switch back and forth between two different profiles. So we just passed I-10 there, as you can see. I'm actually behind this Titan truck. So we are actually driving down Florida, driving in Florida right now. We still have 486 miles to go. We just got to get to the Keys now. And yes, I actually have my autism trucking. I have an autism trucking skin for my truck. I also have it spawning in traffic. So we did see a couple of them spawning in traffic for the autism trucking skins as we were driving down the road during our trips. During this trip, the autism trucking skin, I did that on my old computer, so I actually have it on my new computer too. So I just all I did was take the American Truck Simulator folder and Euro Truck Simulator folders from the documents and copied it to a flash drive and then put them on my new computer so that I don't have to make a new profile. But I think Steam automatically backs up your saved game files, but I don't know how to use it, so I don't know if it backs up your mod files or not, so I'd rather just copy and paste it over to a flash drive and then make my own backup of it, so that in case something goes wrong. So we're coming by some Florida scenery. We actually are starting to see some Florida trees.
Keep left.
We're coming to a rest area. Rest area, here we go. We are at a rest area. We're coming out to the rest area. It is 3:37. I might try to make it to Miami for this, I might do the Miami to rest, do the rest, area. I'm gonna try to do rest here for Miami. So, and I do have enough gas to get, so far I'm at 465 for gasoline, and I have 425 miles to go. So we have 425 miles to go. And I do have enough gasoline. So, and yes, there are some. If you notice signs on the road, some of them are buggy because uh, Coast to Coast team at Homburg hasn't really. I think it's Homburg, or I don't know. Uh, creates Coast to Coast, but I think it's Homburg. He hasn't updated the fonts yet, so I don't know what the problem with that is. I think he's probably working on something to fix those. I think even in SCS states, there's some issues of signs too. So okay, we just had a little stutter there for a second. But we're getting close. We have 7 hours of driving time left. We're 22 minutes in real time to get where we gotta go. One of my favorite things I like to also do when it's not trucking, I like to actually I like to do artwork. So I'm a very good artist. I do have I did put a my channel picture for my picture is actually a license plate I did for a license plate I made out of wall tiles. So on one of my channel pictures for the channel. So if you want to if you guys want to look at that, you guys can. We're coming back. We're coming on the Florida Turnpike truck stops. So we're gonna try to drive the length of the Florida Turnpike, and then hopefully we'll get there by. Hopefully I'll get there by 9 o'clock. We'll get there by 9 o'clock. Speed limit's 60, so we got to slow down here. And I don't understand why.
Keep left.
Okay, maybe we're coming into Orlando already. Wow. This car is Orlando, Titusville. So this part of the Florida Turnpike is 60, I guess. But I think it goes up to 70. One of the craziest parts of the Florida Turnpike I've noticed is it runs parallel to I-95 in the southern portion of the Florida Turnpike. I'm like, why do they have, what's the point of, why didn't they just build it to I-95 instead of having it run parallel all the way to Miami? From Orlando to Miami. I don't understand that. I understand the Florida Turnpike goes I-75 to 95, but once you get too closer to Miami, it runs parallel to I-95. You can actually see I-95 from the Florida Turnpike, and you're running right next to the I-95 on the Florida Turnpike. So it's kind of cool how the Florida Turnpike, one highway runs right next to another one. And we're back up to 70 miles an hour. And we're in 17th gear. And like I said, I mentioned that I do drive automatic trucks. My trucks are automatic. But I do shift manually if I have to, like on hills and stuff. Or if I'm carrying a heavy load up a hill, I might shift manually just to help me get up a hill. But most of the time I just drive automatic. I do have a manual shifting knob, SKRS knob, that I use once in a blue moon. I might shift manually, but for most of the time I use I just drive automatics. I think automatics are much easier. I don't really. It's very complicated how the gears are set up on an 18-speed tractor trailer. Wow, this we're now at 36 miles an hour on the Florida Turnpike, and I can't even get past these. I'm gonna try. I'm actually gonna go. It's it's this Mr. Dodge Ram or whatever you want to call it. It is a Dodge Ram that's going slow. I'm like, a Dodge Ram can't go 70 miles an hour, really? I've been one of those fans too. The Dodge Ram fans I've been in too. Um, when I was a kid too. So my mom had one. She had all kinds of vans, and we have another. You know what? Call. I might just call it. Uh, I might just stop here and get some gas just to be on the safe side. So I'm gonna actually go into the rest area. And I'm actually going to park and uh, stretch my legs. You name it. I'm gonna get some gasoline while I'm here. And this is a center median rest area. This is a median. And look at this. The icons are actually in them. The pump is right over the icon. So I'm gonna put some gas in the truck, and then I'm gonna press parking brakes. Put the truck in neutral. Turn the engine off. I'm actually going to fill up. Gas is $2.46 a gallon here on the Florida Turnpike, and it's $376. That's not bad for diesel. I don't know if I could park here. Oh, I already missed the. You know what? I'm gonna actually see. I wonder if I can just go over. There's a Publix truck. Can you? Why isn't it? I hope the trigger ain't. I might not be able to just. You know what I might do? I'm gonna actually do something that some gamers do when they're playing American Truck Simulator. I'm gonna, I'm actually gonna park the truck, put it in neutral, turn it off. Oh, that's why I had to turn the, I had to turn the ignition off. I had to turn the ignition off. So what we're gonna do is I'm actually going to stretch my legs for a couple of minutes, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, it is 4:23 in the morning. We are ready to finish our trip. We have 389 miles remaining. I just filled my tank, and we are here at the Florida Turnpike gas rest area. We are getting ready to go. So we are in gear and ready to go. I gotta. So now I'm just waiting for these cars to. It makes you wonder if they just speed through the rest area and don't stop. That's what's the point of. Okay. But why turn? We are ready to go. 307 miles. Oh, you know what it was? It was probably because I was on the opposite side of the on the opposite side of the rest area. So here we go. 303 miles to go. And we are not far from Miami. It is very balmy out here at 4 o'clock and 5:04 in the morning. It is 60 degrees out, so it's unusually cool for this time of year. It's an unusually cool day for summer here in Central Florida. I'm getting up to speed. I think we are coming up on Utah Junction. There's no exit numbers on this road. Whoa, I almost hit that car. I didn't even see the car there. We are crossing I-95. I-95. Here we go. truck is going a little. So we are running parallel to I-95. And you really can't see I-95 from the turnpike because there's trees there. So there's really no, like, there's like businesses in between. A Walbert company in between. Which is, Walbert's actually based off of real life Walmart, so they can't use Walmart in the game because of copyright, so they have to use Walbert. And here we go, we're crossing the I-95 again. There's no exit ramps between Florida Turnpike and 95 except for the end. And this truck is like, it passes and then it drives slow, and then it passes and then it drives slow. It's like, sometimes the AI can be so dumb. So we are coming to West Palm Beach. I think Boca Raton is over this way too. I think Jimmy Buffett's from Florida too, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Jimmy Buffett is a, I like his song Margaritaville, it's my favorite. Autism Trucking is on the road. So I'm actually going to be just taking my foot off the gas. Not braking, but taking it off the gas just so I can let these cars go by. I'm gonna have probably a hard time passing this truck because he's probably going 65. It is 6:39 in the morning. And keep in mind, Florida stays darker later in the morning than New York does because Florida is closer to the equator in the summer. Florida is closer to the equator, so they don't get light at 4:59 in the morning like New York does. So they don't get the sun doesn't start coming up at 4 o'clock in the morning like New York does. They stay dark later in Florida, even in the summertime, because they're closer to the equator. So we are still in the process of continuing into Miami. We're just passing Boca Raton, Florida. And here's a spooey. We actually have one of those near where I live, so in real life, so I know what a spooey is. It stands for Single Point Urban Interchange. A single point urban interchange. And I'm actually excited that SCS actually implemented that into the game, those interchanges. Even the Divergent Diamond interchanges are in the game now. We had a little bit of frame drop there because passing Boca Raton must be very detailed. Frame drop. 60 is good. But once you get below 650, then you start noticing the frame rate. See what I mean? Some of the letters on the signs are messed up because of the fonts being updated by SCS. So there's some font issues. So we're coming past Fort Lauderdale. See, it's a little frame heavy through here. Once you get below 60, it starts becoming an issue, but you don't notice it. Once you get below 50, then you start noticing it. So we are actually at 66 frames a second, which is not bad. But we average usually between 100 and 120. So we're coming to the end of the truck accident. 1-800 Florida Legal. Huh. I don't want to get in an accident because I don't want to have to call a lawyer if I get in an accident in this truck.
Keep right.
We're going to I-95. We actually have 140 miles left in 2 hours and 43 minutes. And we have about 8 minutes of real time. In real time. 8 minutes in real time. We're coming up on Miami. We're starting to notice our frame rate. It's probably just that area but it's not like frame. Usually you notice it more on a older computer, like a budget gaming PC. But I have a gaming PC now, so we are actually at the end of I-95. So we actually made it from Denver to Miami so far. But we still have about 128 miles to go. And here we go in Florida. We have this is actually the Caribbean map version of Miami, but was implemented into coast to coast map. Coast to coast, you should just have a regular 2-lane road which did nothing but sand on Key West, which was very unrealistic. See, we're experiencing a frame drops here because it's very detailed. 40 is not bad, but once you get... Oh, look, I love that engine sound. Not the motorcycle, the truck. Yeah, you see, we're experiencing... It's a little frame heavy through here because we're in a very detailed area. Now we're up to 80 frames per second, just like that. Just like that, we're up to 80 frames a second. Can't go on the other side because there's a center divider there. So we are actually going into the Florida Keys. And see, now I'm back up to 120 frames a second. Use my engine brake. And we're on US 1, US Highway 1 South. And you can, you know what I've seen that's really good, I like about US 1 in real life? They have the big line of power lines that go all the way down the Key West. Line of utility poles go all the way from Miami to Key West. And that's the only source of power to Key West is those line of utility poles. There's no other sets of utility poles that go to Key West that provide electric to Key West. Those are the only the power lines to my right. If those power lines to my right went down from the storm, the whole Florida Keys would be without power. That's the only source of power lines that provides electric to the Florida Keys. And whoa, this is a big. I didn't think there was this big of a curve on the Florida Keys. I guess because of the scaling. I guess the game's played a 120 scale, so I can see. And we are coming on to. Wait for it. Key Largo, one of the northernmost keys. Key Largo is actually part of Monroe County, Florida. So it's one of the part of the mainland Florida, like the Everglades and the Everglades. I think it's Everglades, Miami, and the Florida Keys is part of Monroe County. No, the Everglades south of the Everglades and the Florida Keys is part of Monroe County. Miami is Miami-Dade County. And I think there's an issue with a speed limit somewhere on this road too. It's 25 when it should be like 55 or something like that. I think there's a certain spot. We are coming into Islamorada. I think I pronounced it right. Islamorada, Florida. This is where the congestion begins. Right here in this part. So you have the Legends of Bigfoot. A nice hotel here. And then you see you have a Monroe County cop. I couldn't really show you because we have a couple of national chain fast food restaurants. Pizza Hut's probably based off of Pizza Hut. But unlike Pizza Hut, this pizza place says you have mobile. That's probably a mod because that's a modified gas canopy. You have mobile. And then you have the Ocean Beauty. And we are stopped. We are. I think they're waiting to turn left. Which. These cars are actually. The cars turning onto the road have to wait for the cars turning left. Okay, there we go. And we are. I think. We are getting up to 45. We can get up to 45 here. And we are going to Indian Key. And it says pass with care. There's no passing other cars on this road, trust me. With all the traffic that comes through here, there's no passing other cars on this road. There is definitely no passing cars on this road. Unless the multi-lane section, that's it. But there's no passing other cars on this road. Unless you're on the, and there's the old railroad bridges that there used to be a railroad tracks that went through the Florida Keys, but now we're on Long Key. Yeah, there used to be railroad tracks that went through the Florida Keys, but back in I think the 1930s, they got rid of the trains, got rid of the railroad tracks, and then replaced them with a fishing pier. And they actually replaced them with a fishing pier, and they now use the railroad track bridges that go over the Keys as a fishing pier for the for people to fish. So now they use them as fishing piers. Ever since I think the '60s, they bought them from the railroad company and had them. The state DOT bought them from the railroad company and had them retrofitted so that they can be made into fishing piers. I think that is. I think we're on Bahia Honda Key. I think we. I think this is it. And then we can go up to 55. But I'm going slower because I want to look at all this view, see how good the graphics are, see how well the graphics are. And this must be, there's islands. This must be the um. So now we are going into Marathon. So we are in the city of Marathon. This is the largest city in the Florida Keys. I think this is the most. I think this and Key West are one of the biggest cities in the Florida Keys. Everything else is just big, small islands. We have a Star Shop. We have a Shell gas station. Oh wow! And I'm surprised we actually have a traffic light right here, and it's green. Oh, you can actually go into that road, so that's good. Big Pine Key, 12 miles. Key West, 45 miles. But it says we're 40. Well, 45 probably means center of Key West. And then we have to drive another 3 miles through the city. 7-mile bridge. So the speed limit's 55, but the minimum speed's 40, so we have to keep it at 40. I don't want to get pulled over for going too slow. I don't think SCS has a minimum speed limit for vehicles. I think it's just an actual speed limit. I don't think there's. See what I mean? There's the fishing piers. Those fishing piers used to be railroad tracks, like I just mentioned. They're now fishing piers. But the creator of this, the person who built this model, just used railroad track because there was no fishing piers, so they just used railroad tracks. Like back there was Bahia Honda Key, so we're on Bahia Honda Key. That's funny. They have a car. They have a Florida Key named after a car. Big Pine Key. Wow, this is the biggest. Wow, this is. Wow, that's not a realistic turn. I didn't know if this isn't a realistic part. This isn't real for real in real life. That, especially that turn right there. And I think the speed limit's faster than 25 miles an hour. No stopping on bridge. No. And then Little Torch Key. What? You see what I mean? Those utility poles on the side. That's the only power lines that go to Key West. Summerland Key. Here we go, 35. Sugarloaf Key. I think they spelt it wrong. It's not Sugarloaf, it's Sugarloaf. They spelled it wrong. Wow. And here we are, Key West, 7 miles left. Stock Island.
Keep right, then turn right.
Wow, that's a big drop.
Turn right.
That's not real in Florida either. What the heck? It just rolled. The truck just rolled back. So here we are, Key West. The southernmost point in the United States. The southernmost point of the United States. 90 miles north off the 90 miles north off the coast of Cuba. 90 miles north of the Cuban northern coast of Cuba. If you go off the coast, Cuba is 90 miles south of the south. 90 miles. Cuba is 90 miles off the coast of Key West. Key West marks 90 miles from Cuba. From Cuba.
Keep left, then turn left.
Here we go, Publix.
Turn
And we are
left.
actually going into the left turn lane. We are here. We are officially here. There's Publix right there. We are officially here at Publix. I think Publix is a Florida-based chain. I don't know. I think the Florida-based chain.
You have reached your destination.
I'm actually going to put my four-ways on because I don't know if I'm blocking traffic. And I am actually going to... And I'm going to just play it safe. This one's just going to be a play. Because this one barely has any room to maneuver this truck, so I'm just going to park it in at the medium easiest place. And if we are at our pole site, I am just going to put it on the exterior camera. Okay, let's see. And there we go. And you have to put it in neutral, set the parking brake, turn the truck off, and here we go. We actually drove 2,108 miles, so we actually took a 20-mile detour. 20-mile detour, and it took us 70 hours and 49 minutes, and we consumed 333.4 gallons of fuel. But we were on time. We did good. I guess we leveled up. We were at experiences at 22,492,001, and then to the next level is 22,492,800. So okay, I think that is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Um, this is just a start for me doing these videos. So just leave a comment on what I could do to do better for this video. But that's it. And we actually delivered the adapted clothing that the people of Key West need for their children on the spectrum. And keep in mind that is a custom cargo pack that I made myself. So leave a comment if you want to leave a comment on what you would like, what kind of cargo you would like to see, for the dry vans. Just leave a comment what cargo you would like me to make to use for the dry vans or the insulated trailer. So leave a comment. Until next time, Dan Clark here for Autism Trucking. Have a great night.